Picturesque and politics. Moscow enters the modern F1 era with Moscow International Raceway. All the amenities required to be a state-of-the-art facility required by the FIA. The 15-turn circuit has its bits of high speed and twisty bits to keep drivers and engineers alike on their game. Moscow Raceway is the host of the PORRS PTM Series Rounds 6 and 7. And we're at the start of the PORRS PTM race at Moscow with Sandy Robinson on the pole and Carlos Villa in second. Carlos gets a great launch. He's going to see who's got a gun to run down into turn 1. And looks like Carlos is going to take the lead. Looks like John Nelson may have snuck by Sandy for second. Carlos Villa, new addition to PORRS this year, leads his first race. Carlos has been pretty strong ever since he entered the series. Hasn't finished any lower than third. Let's see if John's got anything for him in that Mercedes. Carlos in his Marlboro colors leads John Nelson in second, Sandy Robinson in third. And we welcome back Scott Richards for the summer. Took a little hiatus in between the winter season. Found that he likes these cars. Decided to join us. He's currently running in fourth. Onto the front stretch to complete another lap. Carlos Villa is your leader. And let's go back and take a look, see what Scott is. Scott seems to put a little gap in between 5th place, which is another new entry to the PORRS series, Jimmy Regan. Jimmy closes right up on his back bumper. Overshot that corner a little bit. See if he can get that base back up. Scott's looking pretty good. Oh, looks like Pat Collins is currently running in the 6th spot. Lost it under acceleration. Hopefully he was able to stop it before it nosed into the guardrail. And looks like the second group is starting to gain a little ground. Yeah, we're back on board. Take a look and see what probably happened to Pat. Looking good so far. Yep, just on the gas a little too much. Go on board for 7th spot, Scott Leon and Bob Robertson. Everybody's still pretty tight. Their own little position battles going on. And Scott Richards seems to be closing up a little more onto the back of Sandy. Sandy's right on the tail of John. And Scott Leon closes right up on the back of Bob. This isn't our usual sprint. This one's an enduro. You do have to pit. Oh, and Jimmy goes around. How many spots will he lose on that? Bob and Scott Leon go by. And that's going to allow Sid to hopefully catch this group. Looks like he's bringing Sheldon along with him. And Jimmy wants to get back by these guys. Cars are so equal. It's hard to make a pass. This is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Oh, Scott Leon those wires. I'm going to allow Jimmy a chance to get back by him. He's got to run on him going down the street. Looks like he might make it stick. And it looks like Scott went wide on that corner. That's going to drop him about 3 spots on that one. And now Sad's on the back of Jimmy. Sure, Bob's breathing a little sigh of relief after that, because they were definitely hounding him for the spot. Jimmy Regan currently running in 6th, trying to find any way possible to get back around Bob. Is he going to try to outbrake him going into the corner? He dives on the inside, hard on the brakes. And he thinks better of it. Oh, and that allows Sheldon the chance to swing on the outside of Sid. He gets the acceleration off the corner and makes the pass. Jimmy tries one more time. And Sheldon's getting on the inside of Jimmy, trying to see if he can make that pass on the inside, going to the outside, back on the outside again. It's not going to work. Oh, and Sheldon once again, the same spot that took out Pat, a little too much on the gas. And back up front, Carlos continues to lead. He's got a little bit of a breather between John and Sandy. But there is no room for error. Sandy's looking on the inside of John. Thinks twice. John hard on the brakes, smokes the tires going into the corner. Will that give Sandy a run off of it? like John is trying ever so slightly to get some type of space between himself and Sandy. Seems to pick up a 10th here and a 10th there. And now it seems like he's pretty much split the gap between Carlos and Sandy. He's in the middle. He's closing. Down into turn 15, oh, and John loses it as he comes onto the front straight. His tires are probably getting a little worn, and it looks like Scott's going to take a run at him, and he's going to get 3rd place. Some of these guys are running the option tire for this one. I'm sure they're starting to feel it by now. And John's pushing hard, trying to catch back up to Scott. Back to your 5th place driver, Bob Robertson, all by himself. Nice smooth lines, nice and consistent. And Bob seems to be closing on Jimmy. See what he can do over the next couple laps. Oh, and Carlos either must have made a mistake or his tires are definitely starting to wear. Sandy has closed up on his back bumper. Sandy dives on the inside. He's got position. And he makes it stick. Sandy Robinson, your new leader. Let's see if Carlos has anything left to fight back with. Carlos tightened up his line. Probably picked up a 10th there. Carlos definitely isn't giving up. He's pushing hard. Picked up another 10th. Oh, definitely different lines in that corner. Little bobble off of the curb. Didn't upset the car too much. And back to your battle for 3rd. John's trying to get past Scott. He's on the inside of him. Scott goes wide. John's got position in the corner and he cuts short on the grass. Scott's trying to battle back on the inside. John slams the door on him. John Nelson back in the third place. And they're both coming in for pits. Hit the speed limiter. Don't want to speed. That will ruin your day. Both Mercedes drivers in for their stop. Mandatory fuel. Tires optional. If you ran the option, you're definitely changing. This one seems a little long for Scott. Maybe he had some damage or they're making some adjustment on the car. And he's down and away. Hopefully he didn't lose too much time. Oh, doesn't appear to. John is just exiting. And there's Scott right behind him. Let's see where this is all going to slot in as Sheldon's coming by. And Sheldon goes wide. Sheldon may not have pitted yet. And we have James and Sid battling. Looks like they may have already gone a lap down. Sandy just ahead of James. Rodent wars continue. Weasel versus squirrel. I'm sure Carlos doesn't want to get in the middle of this, but he's steadily closing in on him. See how easy he'll be able to get by. And Sid tapes an obscure line into that corner. And he lets Carlos by. And Carlos on the inside of James flashes the lights for the okay. And he'll pick right back up. James gets a little loose coming out of the corner. That allows Sid to close right back up on him again. Going through the right, left, right complex. The double apex left. He's got a run on him. Is he going to try to make a dive on him? He goes into the inside. Hits the bump, hits twice on it. This is your battle for eighth. we pick up with Pat. New sponsorship for this weekend. Cameras seem to be having an issue trying to lock onto him. Trying to salvage what he can out of this run. And Sheldon currently running in 7th. Just ahead of James and Sid. And they might be closing on him. Let's see what the gap is next time around. Oh, you can visibly see they're closing. Sheldon must be having an issue with the car. He was running real good. Seems to have stabilized the distance. Maybe he was able to make an adjustment in car, help solve whatever imbalance he had. Oh, but they're starting to close back up again. There's definitely some section on there where the Audi seems to have the legs over the BMW. Oh, and James gets a little loose again coming out of that corner. Said not close enough to pounce. About it. He dives on the inside. They're going side by side down the stretch. Who's going out? Drag who? Oh no! Both cars hard into the inside wall. We thought there might have been something going on with Sheldon's car. Whatever it was must have just failed. That was a wicked hit. Oh, we can still see Sheldon's car sitting on the inside. Front clips missing. James on the outside. Hopefully both drives are okay. Can lip around to the pits and get repairs completed. Finish this race. We're looking at Jimmy Riggin running a solid 5th. His first time out with the series. Trying to close in on PORRS regular. Just came back for this race. Got Richards. Both running Mercedes power. Jimmy's gaining a little on him. we're back on board with your probably got to replay to try to see what happened with that horrific accident. Oh, that definitely looks like a severe failure on Sheldon's car. Sandy Robinson leading the Moscow GP. One of 3 Enduros in the PORRS PTM series for this summer. Nice and smooth. And your winner, Sandy Robinson. On board with your second place, Carlos Villa. Great run, Carlos. Led a bunch of laps today. We'll see him on that top spot on the podium soon, I'm sure. And nice recovery for your third place driver, John Nelson. And your fourth place driver is going to be Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy goes wide as he's coming into the final lap. And mistake, Jimmy is going to place 5th in that. We didn't have the feed for Scott Richards, who finished 4th.